Hi, Veston Bruno here. Welcome to Veston's Review Show, where I review just about anything. Well, folks, as you can plainly see, I'm not very happy right now, because I'm apparently reviewing perhaps the worst VeggieTales episode ever, the end of Silliness. I don't even understand why this episode even exists in the first place. It's not just because of the petitions I'll get into later, but maybe it's because of the fact that the first sing-along video, A Very Silly Sing-Along, back in 1997, a year earlier. It was a good sing-along video. It had a lot of funny gags of Larry fixing the plumbing and jumping on a trampoline, and he, Mr. Lund, and Pa Grape playing pirates. It was a pure classic, even if it was their 7th episode. So, as you can imagine, I'm not looking forward to this one. Just look at the cover. Larry looks like he's completely traumatized by this. And good lord, this is going to be painful. So, let's see what the damage is. Let's dive right into the end of Silliness. It all started on a dark and stormy night at the Nighthawk's ice cream parlor. Where there, Larry was having these vivid nightmares about what happened the past couple episodes.
Excuse me, I have an announcement. And as a result of the disastrous outcome of the previous while you're fighting with that, no wait. This is quite disappointing.
I like how they're edited it, but hey, they look more like they've been fixed with a fisheye lens and a wide-angle lens with a funhouse mirror. Seriously.
Hey, mister! You okay? Mister! Wake up, mister!
Jimmy Gordon sees Larry squirming around in his nightmares, and he tries to wake him up. But when he gets to his dinner spot, we cut to the theme song? Are you serious? Oh, come on, man. What happened? Did Jimmy Gordon call a doctor in to sedate him from his bad dreams with a needle? You can't just leave out information about what happened. You have to show what happened, man. This is not going very good at all. Anyways, after Jimmy Gordon's off-screen sedation, he tries to wonder if Larry wants to order something, but it doesn't help.
You, wanna talk about it?
Apparently, Larry does want to talk about it. He wants Jimmy to play the song The Sabu, and it turns out that's the first song in the sing-along video. Okay, let's go chronologically here. First of all, let's talk about the reason why Larry's Silly Songs were cancelled. It was because of the fact that Archibald did not know what a Sabu song was, and everything was mixed up in the photo hut.
You can't just start a song and leave it hanging like that! You know, I've come to expect a lot more from you. This is quite disappointing. I'm going to have to speak to Bob about this.
Yep, it's a typical hurdy-dur, comical, Archibald's the hypocrite about Silly Songs joke. This also sets up Larry being pretty bummed out for most of the episode. Look, I don't mind Archibald canceling in a Madame Blueberry for a cool song named His Cheeseburger, but I am bothered by the reasoning because that is a plot point. It makes me not want to take the story seriously because of just how stupid it is to cancel Larry's Silly Songs over such a small thing when it's obvious that in the long run Archibald should be making more money by employing Larry rather than by not employing him. Like, even in the Sesame Street episode 3512, when Zoe got a note from wanting to slide down the pole of Finders Keepers, it was not just because of the pole, but also because Ruthie was worried about her safety. And it was also because she wanted to try monkey lessons from Joey and Davy Monkey. It was more than just literally a pole. And that episode was only a Sesame Street episode, not nearly as melodramatic as this. And that episode was, funny. And if I wanted a story that was all about depression, the Blue's Clues episode Blue's Sad Day did it a lot better, in which it was just about what happened when the green puppy knocked down her Blue's favorite block tower. Sure, that episode is far from perfect, but it's better than this one. And I'd rather have it be that sort of problem instead of Larry's Silly Songs being canceled for an incredibly stupid reason. Okay, so after all that, we got depressed Larry the Bummer Cucumber. Unlike most Hey Arnold episodes that feature Helga's older sister Olga, if not all of them, at least Larry's depression here isn't trying to make light of the actual mental illness, and is instead more depression in the way of something bad happening to him and he feels sad about it. But just because it's not offensive doesn't mean it's not awful. While it makes sense for Larry to be miserable about what happened to him, none of it is funny in the slightest. It goes on for several minutes. He doesn't even snap out of it until the petitions are shown. Again, comparing it back to Blue's Sad Day, at least there they had Blue kind of sort of get over it because Steve wanted to know what was wrong, as seen in this line here.
I don't like it when Blue's sad.
And I can't say I blame him. And comparing it to some episodes of Growling Marsh with the character Maggie, whenever she was sad, at least she got over it relatively quickly because her friends knew how obnoxious her crying was.
Maggie, stop crying!
Okay.
Here, Larry is just so low energy and just so depressed. Not only is it not fun to see Larry be like this for this long, but it also makes the episode's pacing become incredibly slow. A mysterious man comes in with his girlfriend and carries a briefcase. Jimmy Gordon decides to play some songs to cheer Larry up. Well, I get the feeling this is going to work out.
Now hold on a sec. Don't you believe anything this man tells you?
Oh no, are we really going to do this?
Why, whatever you mean. It's me, Oscar the Grouch, and I'm here to talk about things wonderfully horrible.
Yeah, look, listen, I really don't have any grouches on my show.
It was either this, or you were going to compare Archibald Asparagus to Mr. Nezzer. Considering Mr. Nezzer didn't appear in the episode, but Archibald did, it's only fair you go this route.
Well, I really don't see how I can contribute to the review.
Well, that's easy, my friend. Obviously, I dislike everything you like, and I like everything you dislike. That's how grouches work.
But I already do that here, so you really don't need to be here.
Oh, come on, I'm sure I'll add a lot to this review.
Suit yourself. The first two songs on the list were Promised Land from Josh and the Big Wall and Good Morning George from Rack Shack and Benny. Those were good songs, but they weren't as good as the other ones. But then all of a sudden, Jimmy Gordon plays the Thankfulness song in front of the depressed cucumber because now is clearly the best time to do it, and he couldn't wait an extra 15 seconds. And apparently, that song only caused Larry to lose all hope and make it even worse.
Bye, silly song. I saw you. It isn't any trouble to
Uh-oh, I think he's gonna blow.
Okay.
I can't stand it anymore! All the time! Crying! Why won't he stop? Larry's always been the happy-go-lucky person. He's never been this upset extensively. This is just crazy. He's just so torn up over losing the right to sing his songs that he's just lost every bit of his personality and instead is becoming someone that would make Squidward look happy. Realistically, if Silly Songs was your dream job and you lost it, you'd probably be in the same boat. But remember, this is here to entertain us. The VeggieTales is not a drama. You have to be very careful making your main character be this unhappily bummed out and make sure it doesn't go on for too long or is annoying like it is here. So Larry being depressed really kills any potential that the whole sing-along format could have actually had. And great, Jimmy Gordon, you completely forgot about being in the song The Sabu Incident. That's just wonderful. And instead of furthering the plot, he decides to play more songs. Come on already, just stick to the story. What do you have, sing-along-itis? Was there another script that just got mixed in with this one? Just stick to the ice cream parlor plot so we can get this over with!
Man, you're really good at this.
So after the three songs that have nothing to do with the story, Jimmy Gordon finally realizes that none of it is getting anywhere. And he asks what's going on.
Why are you so down? You want to tell me what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on.
Until the mysterious man reveals himself to be Archibald Asparagus, which causes Larry to get extremely angry. He was steaming mad. And I don't mean just mad, I mean wanting to seek revenge mad.
Perhaps this will clear things up.
And without even a second thought, the criminal mastermind behind the cancellation plays his cheeseburger in front of the cucumber.
No!
Sheesh, what's wrong with you? Do you have a grudge against this guy? So after all that, he reveals he is the true culprit.
You don't mean... Yes, it's my fault! All my fault! I'm the one to blame! That's despicable.
Come on, stop hitting your head on the table. You'll hurt yourself.
I'd feel that way too if somebody took my songs away.
Why? Why'd you do such a bad thing?
It's just that well, surely you can understand my position. I was simply acting in the public's best interest. We do have standards to uphold, you know.
We? What do you mean we? It's just you.
You're crazy! That's what's wrong with you! Crazy? That's right! You need to be locked up! Away from decent, normal people! What kind of a lunatic are you?
Anyways, Archibald shows him the petitions he had in his briefcase.
Ahem. We, the undersigned, believe that Archibald Asparagus should forgive and forget the Song of the Cebu incident and return Silly Songs with Larry to regular veggie programming, signed 167,512 adoring fans, including, but not limited to, the entire population of Duluth, Minnesota, and even someone in Moose Lake.
Moose Lake?
Yes! Moose Lake!
Wow, Moose Lake.
And here's a fun fact for all of you out there. These are actual petitions from Duluth, Minnesota, and one person in Moose Lake. You see, after Man Blueberry hit stores, and most people for the most part did like the cheeseburger song, but there were some people in Duluth and one person in Moose Lake who wanted the silly songs back. In fact, there were radio DJs out there who were trying to contact Phil and Mike, saying, "We want our silly songs back." Granted, that was an excuse for all the depression they put here, but it had to be addressed quickly. And strangely enough, they listened to their audience.
I'm afraid I have no other choice but to hereby decree that Silly Songs is henceforth reinstated, effective immediately, which is what I suppose henceforth means. But no matter, go on, sing with all the silliness you can muster. Let the world know, yea, unto its farthest reaches, including, but not limited to, Moose Lake, that this is not the end of silliness. No, quite the contrary. Silliness has just begun. But try not to be too silly. Please?
That was one of the few good parts of the episode, not counting some of the songs. And the episode ends with the only, and I do mean only good thing about the episode, the yelling veterinarian of the Alps.
Good news on the penguin, Doc. He's up and kicking.
As you can probably guess by my anger about this episode, I'm giving this a 4.5 fooey. Fooey, 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 foo. And you probably saw that coming, didn't you? But didn't I make the ride enjoyable enough for me to get there, even though where I ended up was pretty obvious? If only this episode did that. But no. This is just atrocious. The episode has no focus for random songs that have nothing to do with anything other than to serve as a sing-along video. A completely awful reason for the story to even happen in the first place. It's stupidly melodramatic and slow, and almost everything in the episode just feels so been there, done that. Even the episode came out the exact same year Blue Sad Day did. Were there any good jokes in here? I have no idea because I was too distracted by how awful the story is. And the sing-along format was entirely the most terrible point to ever even put in an episode like this. Because there's one way to fix this without the sing-along format. You could show the beginning of the episode, do a time card that says 5 months later, and then show the ending of the episode and you would lose exactly 0 information. Great story, right? Because all this ended up being was a sing-along video. I'm even going to bet this episode came about because Big Idea wanted something that was going to guarantee them high ratings. Complete with the fact that it has such a rating-grabbing title like The End of Silliness, combined with how awful the episode is, makes me believe that this was the executive's idea, and that the people who were working on this episode didn't want to work on the episode. And it really stands out, given the fact there was nothing else in the decade that was really anywhere near as bad as this. It's just so terrible, and I'm not going to stand for it. Here, Oscar, take it. Take it to Grunchette and play it for her. I never want to see it again. This? Are you sure? Oh, it looks perfect in my collection. It's a bad episode, atrocious and abominable. And abysmal. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Besides, I don't like the first sing-along. Now go on, take it and scram! Fine, but I'll be back. Just you wait and see. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for this review. The bottom line is, do yourself a favor and skip it. You're more than likely to get a laugh out of a Sesame Street video, which is next time, counted higher, great music videos from Sesame Street. I do not recommend the End of Silliness at all. So until next time, as always, stay sharp, stay smart, and You always look at things that I recommend that aren't these. I want mommy. I think I should go lie down for a long, long while.